All right, so it's time for our Elite 8 portfolio update for December. This is a mock portfolio. I want to make that very clear. I do hold these assets, but the value that we're tracking is simply a proxy for gathering data. I felt that it was important as crypto investors that we learn how to manage a portfolio, and this is a way for me to figure that out and then share what I learned with you guys. So we've made some big improvements. Actually, this video was supposed to come out on the 12th, but it's the holiday season. I got 2 children. A little bit busy right now. I was able to take a screenshot though. On the 12th, we were sitting above 16,000. Pretty decent ride. Our all-time profit was 6,312. Best performer was Solana, up 18, almost 2,000 in profit. However, 7 days later, though, when I looked at the portfolio again, we're sitting at 18,546 all-time profit, 8,783. This means that in 7 days, ladies and gentlemen, we've made over $2,400 off the Elite 8 picks, theoretically. But it's still an indicator of, like I said, these picks are winning right now. That's why I only make the list once a year, because I put a lot into it, guys. Now, our best performer is Immutable X. No surprise, the 60-day run that they've had. Ubisoft, Amazon, Marriage Circle. Yeah, a lot of attention came to Immutable X in the last 60 days, and they also brought a lot of attention to the blockchain gaming space in general. So that's a good thing to see. Another good thing to see is that our worst performing asset is our stablecoin. So to me, that shows that all of our assets are above baseline. We are totally in profit. So let's move on. Now, we actually hit a new all-time high for the portfolio, guys, and I'm glad I was able to record this. We hit on December 14th, $19,056 in profit, not profit, but total balance here. All right. So that's going to be our first benchmark. We closed out the year. We started at 10K, and it looks like we're going to close out the year setting a all-time high of 19,000. Now, the market has settled down a little bit, so I'm curious to see where we finish over the next, what's today, the 19th-ish. We have about 11, 12 days left. So curious to see what the next week is going to bring. But a new all-time high, guys, in 62 days. That means that we've almost doubled. Okay, the Elite 8 coins have almost doubled in value since we put this list together, put this portfolio together back in October. Now, all-time profit from October 12th to today is 80%. 79.5 to be precise, and we are up 55% against BTC. Now, what this means is that our altcoins, if Bitcoin wasn't in our portfolio, that would be how our altcoins are performing against Bitcoin's price performance. And it makes a lot of sense because, and we'll talk about this in just a second when we look at our allocations and stuff, Bitcoin is only up 55% in this recent rally. Typical halving returns profits, they range from about 450% to 900%. So we still got time. But that's good, guys. All-time profit, we're up. The Elite 8 is up 80%. That's cool. Now, let's take a look at our holdings, man. Like we said, our top performing right now is Immutable X. And I want to remind you, too, we entered each of these assets at $1,000. So altogether, the initial portfolio balance was 10K with the inclusion of 1,500 in stable coins. But if you can also easily look at this as individual allocations of 1,000 each into these assets. So if you only want to pick one of these assets and take $1,000, throw it into it, we're going to be tracking these portfolios until the end of the cycle. I'm going to try to make a point to do these updates every month. And once we get a good amount of data, because what I really want to see is how we perform post halving, because like I just said, the halving cycle brings pretty good returns. So this portfolio, tracking Bitcoin in our portfolio, we're going to essentially get an opportunity to prove the halving cycles. So we're going to at least do this for the next 12 months. If we need to, we'll carry it out for the rest of the cycle. But that is what you're going to learn here. Another takeaway that I've gotten after these last 2 months is that altcoins, they appear to be moving first this cycle. So that, to me, indicates a utility run that we've all been waiting for. And October seems to be the sweet spot. Now, this is interesting. I entered the space in October of 2019. And if I'm not mistaken, that was a preliminary pump that kind of we were moving up leading into 2020 before March. And then in 2021, the rally kicked off in October again. And here we are in 2023. And yet we get another rally. So October seems to be a very key month in the markets. Now, that's just two instances. If we get another rally next October, that's 3 times in a row. That's a pattern to me. That's confirmation. I'm just saying, guys. So this is what I'm learning so far. And again, guys, our holdings are looking nice. And also pay attention to the buy prices. We got in at a sweet time. We really did, guys. And this is the bottom half here. Bitcoin, USDC, Ethereum, Stellar, XDC network. Waiting on y'all to make a move. So it almost feels like XDC and XLM, XRP, the payment coins, they got their momentum in July with Fed now. Everything that we were learning about this summer. And we're going to need another catalyst. We're definitely going to need another catalyst. So let's take a look at the allocations here. As we close out again, I want to bring up these key points. You can break these down into $1,000 into each asset because I know that not everybody has access to 10 grand to start, but just doing a little bit of math, this 10,000 can also look like 1,000. It can look like 5,000. It all depends on what you're willing to risk, right? And again, October seems to be a pretty good time to buy. Now, this one is very important. Like I said, it's only been 2 months. Bitcoin is up 55%. Typical halving returns lie anywhere between 450% and 900%. In our Elite 8 video, I predicted that we only get half that at 200%, which we've already cornered 55% of. That would still put us at 6 figures, which is what the market projections are. And it's anticipated to happen a little bit after the halving. That's another 55% move. Now, because of that, I think we're going to move sideways. We're going to have a little bit of volatility in January, February, March, leading up into this halving. Afterwards, though, this is how it's happened before, is when it really went crazy. Like the halving occurred and the price actually went down. It went down a little bit. I want to say 15, 20%. But in October, the year of the halving, price shot right back up, and that's when we got up to 65K by the end of November. So very interesting to see, guys, but that's the update. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And this last bit here, I want you to know you do. All right, and this is coming from me. But again, let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. And most importantly, all right, all this money aside, you know what I want you to do. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. And always remember, if that money is digital, so is the hustle.